Welcome back everyone, I'm your manager A and this is Lobotomy Corporation. You might notice that the layout hasn't changed because I didn't even bother restarting. So, we're going to go ahead and dive right into this as usual. What's the difficulty for this? Alright, anyone need Yeah, I'm not going to worry about mounting the smiling bodies at the moment. I wouldn't mind Luna Child got the lipstick from the red shoes. So we got that going for us. Diocese only has 90 hit points. That's not great. Alright, you're going to still work on Parasite Tree. You will of course head down here to work on that. You're going to work on this. We need a volunteer to work on this thing here, so might as well get it out of the way. This time we're going to have her do insight work just to max that out next. We'll do insight work with you. And hopefully it'll go okay. Alright, I'm gonna try something a little bit risky. She doesn't exactly have the highest prudence, but I think she'll be okay with her resistance. And before I forget this time, alright, it's a little hard to see right now because there's a cat in front of me and I'm not gonna move her. Just consider that my handicap right now. O0466 looks revolting yet enchanting. Black damage. Fox said, you know, the most important thing cannot be seen. Perhaps O0466 is not what we are seeing with our is not what we're seeing with our eyes. They finished the work. Oh, you did. Good result again, so once more I can't do anything with this. I do have enough to at least buy another weapon, but I don't have enough for the suit yet. No big surprise there. Again, that positioning's weird in this particular room, but looks like Luna Child is rocking that, so good for her. Boy, my remembers a piece of star. Alright. Managerial tips. Qliphoth counter will decrease if insight work isn't carried out regularly 3 or more times. I just did insight work, I think. Yeah, I did. Those who worked on O0466 have a chance of being infected by its spores. Send them to work on other abnormalities regularly to avoid a complete infection. Okay. Apparently we have that to worry about now. When the work result was bad, the Qliphoth counter was reduced. The Mason employee who was constantly working on O0466 appealed for suffering at the containment unit. After that, a O0466-like tissue emerged in his body and Mason employee began to transform into O04661. Okay. Got it. Kazuzu. I think it's your turn. To go work on this and not scare me. Actually, I could have sent Rumia. In fact, Rumia could have worked on this. Alright, insight work. Insight work. Rumia. Actually, I'll wait. Censored is a bit harder to work with. Care about the finish on that. Average result, that's fine. Oh, I have to have her work on something else too. Here, you work on this. I believe that's what it said. Right. Okay, that's fine. How are you looking? Looks like you're fully healed. Many employees who finished working on 00466 complain that they can't eat mushroom anymore. Punishing bird is out. Putting you there should keep that taken care of. And while that's being worked on, here, I'll have you work on this. Just as a different place to work. Peck, peck. Alright, you worked on something else, so you should be safe, in theory? Question mark. Also, Kotohime, go hang out here. I need to send you to work on this, that's fine. Stop using it. As long as I don't step into it, it seems to work just fine. Came from afar, somewhere we don't know. Also, I probably should go ahead and upgrade the rest of this. Oh my god, there's more. The 00466 attracted the employee to this containment unit when the Qliphoth counter became 0. As the employee led by the 00466 entered the containment unit, the same phenomena as the previous case occurred. When suppressing 00466-1, pay attention to the spores that occur at the time of death. The spores give sustained mental damage that should be immediately stopped if the panicked employee is found moving into 00466 containment unit. Okay. Work on that. Work on that. Work on that. And then die, die, die. All right. Hopefully you're not infected. You just finished your work. You'll be heading back to where you need to be. Eventually. Okay. It's called giant mushroom among the employees. That's Nick Bubble. We already know about that. Most of the employees are not fond of this abnormality. No employee is generous enough to care about a giant mushroom spewing mysterious spores while they have other dozens of work in their hands. On top of that, only a few employees volunteered for its observation. We could only record very little information about it. Originally, the company assigned observation work purely according as the shift system. However, after that incident of Magical Girl a few years ago, an employee's opinion started playing a role in the assignment works. Animate spores are created from the abnormality flowing through the air. It mainly invades an organism via respiratory system. It is difficult to notice the initial symptoms because an employee inhaled these spores feel nothing but a light dyspnea and sandy sensation in the throat. Thus, a mask is mandatorily worn when approaching this abnormality. If an employee inhales a certain amount of spores, tumors start developing on their body and eventually they become a monster with their original form hardly noticeable. In this stage, they are hostile towards everything in sight. They must be terminated with extreme prejudice. The damage will be severe if the primary infection is not stopped because the spores are highly contagious. Also, it is assumed that the spores have hallucinatory components, and extreme caution is advised when working on this abnormality. Since the abnormality has strong desire to reproduce, its reproduction process is fatal to employees. Counseling session record, Employee John. There was a guy, not really talkative. He was that guy who would glance sideways at us, like expecting us to talk to him. But there was something peculiar about him. He volunteered to work on giant mushroom. We had no idea what part of that disgusting mushroom he like. It was kind of disturbing that he would spend unusually long time in the mushroom's containment chamber. Who knows what kind of monstrous thing he would take out from that thing. We decided he finally went bonkers when he talked nonsense about how he became a friend with the mushroom. It was a common business, though. Lots of things happened here. One employee going insane was not a big deal. We hinted him to take some psychiatric test, but he just gave us a condescending look as if he knows something that we don't. A few days later, as we all know, he kicked the bucket. Did I tell you that it was me who found out that fungal monster was him? The birthmark on its forehead. If we couldn't find that birthmark on that thing, we would have not even guessed that it was him. No one actually knew that he had a birthmark except me. He had no friends, you know. He, after becoming that monster, just wandered around Giant Mushroom's containment chamber. We tried to lure him to somewhere not crowded because he attacked everything on sight, but he didn't move 10 meters away from it until the moment of his death. That's why we decided to rename the abnormality, because of the complex reasons like pity for that guy who became a friend with a mushroom, and remembrance for his tragic death. He always said he didn't need a friend, but I knew it was bullshit. He needed a friend. That's the reason why he didn't even know that he was being infected, going crazy in hallucinations, not knowing that he is becoming a monster. The mushroom just tamed the poor bastard to become its tool of reproduction. The guy whose name was not known, Alex. Alright, well, hopefully we can get this done, because I don't want to mess with this thing. Because spores are not great. Okay, Punishing Bird got out again, not a big deal, didn't drop the kill-off counter, that's fine too. It's feeling hazy because of giant mushroom. Alright, you just finished that work is just done. Okay, we got that done. Have you work on this now again. Oh right, I need to send you to actually work on something else. Here, work on that. Not the best option. Giant mushroom. Even has a little person in it. Eco suit. Red, white resistance. There's actually 3 of them, which is not bad. Looks nice though. Hand gift, which actually I don't think we've gotten hand gifts yet. Increases sanity, success rate, and work speed. Employee Alex's note. Human mind is too fragile. It cannot contain everything a person is. Do you know that the mantis shrimps can see hundreds of colors that humans can't? This is a simple example to illustrate my point that it is detrimental to believe and judge everything relying solely on what you see. I don't actually have many friends. I hope you don't misunderstand. I don't make friends, not can't. We, as human beings, don't understand each other. A person thinks of him or herself as a completely isolated entity, making complete sympathy impossible. But ironically, an inherent instinct of mob psychology survived over the course of our revolution. We play a risky game of staying inside of the line, while vainly trying to understand invading the others. I am long done with this game. That was the reason why I volunteered for the observation on the giant mushroom. No one wanted to get close to that abnormality. It was because of a petty reason such as how disgusting an alien looked to their eyes. Actually, I felt somewhat superior when everyone looked surprised at me, saying that I will do the work. The mushroom didn't do anything special, but I patiently observed and recorded its activity. The day it spread powders of enchanting color, I thought the abnormality was giving me a reward for my patience. After that, I underwent a special change. I could perceive a higher level of reality, hyper-reality. It was a hand he stretched out for me. I took it and was rewarded with an invite to such a special place. It was possible only for me. We talked about a lot of things. He welcomed me because I was the only one who could realize his essence. He talked to me through minds. I had been imagining, yearning for the moment to have a conversation with mine. To be completely understood, the feeling of unification, it was exhilarating. I could barely hide my joy. Omitted. I wanted to get closer to him. I wanted to be part of him. I had always been thinking about him and waiting to enter his containment chamber. I wanted to belong to him and understand his world. I feel my heart is ready like a bud before it's blossoming. I was slowly being tamed. Okay, just finished that. That's good. Get back to work on that, please. The sooner we get this done, the better. Normal result. Alright, kill counter did not reduce. Alright. Gonna wait a little bit. Okay. Now I'll go. So, send you to here to work on this. This is going to trigger the ordeal. Just need you to attack that, please. You have to handle most of these. The sooner we kill them, of course, the sooner less casualties will suffer. Do you actually need to care about these people? Okay, looks like we got that under control. That's what I was waiting for. I was trying to find where that thing went off to. Looks like everything else is under control at the moment. Half energy's been collected. To work, please. Alright. You just finished your work, so I'm just gonna go ahead and send you in first. your hair. Alright. You need to kill some people. Spared that. Done. Go ahead and work on that next. That's being worked on, that's being worked on, that's being worked on. Okay. Oh, also, technically it's an escaped object. Ego weapon is a spear that does white damage. I need a total of 300 boxes to get everything from this thing. An excerpt from the record. This record is a part of what surveillance camera in the abnormalities containment chamber caught. Unfortunately, the visual feed was blocked by spores. All that could be extracted was the audio. Considering the content of this conversation, it is safe to assume that the abnormality spore contains hallucinatory agents, because even after a thorough analysis of the audio, no other voice but the employees could be found. After a few hours, the said employee underwent severe state of frenzy and was shot to death by another employee. No, I don't have any friends. Like I said before, I'm not fond of such contradictory relationships, but at least I think you can be my friend. Human language is too simple. I cannot illustrate what I would like to call this relationship, but I think I have to settle for friends. Yes, I'm just one friend material for you. I accept you. You changed my life. I had been living my whole life being depressed, not knowing what to do or talking to anyone. All I had been doing is just working, but you took me, who I trashed myself. I felt being understood as I understood something more than everything. You saw through my essence as I saw yours. It is truly a rapturous experience. I want to understand you too. I want to love you, become you. I am born human, lived tedious life, and might have kept doing so until I die had it not been for you. I am so happy that I met you. Even if this is my curse, I will love this curse as a blessing. I will think about you to the day my mind collapses and crumbles. I will close my eyes, thinking about my only friend that came from the far universe. The abnormality makes a slight ventilation noise and goes silent. Even if this is my curse, I will love this curse as a blessing. I will think about you to the day my mind collapses and crumbles. I will close my eyes, thinking about my only friend that came from the far universe. The abnormality makes the slight ventilation noise and goes silent. And there you go. Okay, everything else is being worked on. I think we're doing good. Alright, I'm actually going to send you up this way and work on Blue Star. And then I'll send you to work on this. Okay, punishing bird is out again, not a big deal. Didn't lower the kill-off counter, so that's fine. Rumia is at full strength for some reason. I'm thinking it's probably because of this. Yeah, it's probably because of White Knight. Also, I didn't even check the other requirements. Yeah, insight work is the best, so there's no reason not to constantly do insight work. Okay, looks like you just finished that. Send you to work on this. I don't remember if I executed any employees, but I'm going to go ahead and do so now. Oh, actually I did, because I can tell from the bullets. That's okay. They can die too. Don't want to leave anyone out, of course. Alright. Almost done with blue star here. And then I'll send you to work on this. Bit of a trek, but that's fine. I'd rather work on something that gives more boxes. This thing gives up towards the 16, and this thing up here gives upwards to 33. So you get like double the boxes. I'm gonna let this finish up, and then I'll trigger what I need to trigger. Okay. And then send you to work on this. Should be on our way to finishing this. Send you to work on the shoe. Wait, who finished what? I think it was you, actually. You finished first. Who else is... Oh, of course. Try not to get anyone killed, please. Friendship bird is out again. Didn't trigger parasite tree, so we're fine on that. Looks like we're okay on Meat Lantern. I'll do insight work here because I'm about to get ass healed. Okay, you just finished your work. Good job. I'll send you in. You can work on that. I'll have enough to at least buy one of each of the ego items. Alright, we're done with the work. I'm not gonna worry about off-screening the rest of it because the next abnormality is an item. We should be fine. We'll buy one of each. Alright. We're good to go. Let's head on out. Okay, Lunar Child is Prudence went up. Sukuna's Prudence is maxed. And that's pretty much it. Backward clock, flesh idol, tree sap. Betrayed hearts were slowly forgotten in the depths. T0997. Alright. Almost there. Pretty much just trying to zoom to what I need to get. Use abnormality. Use it 7 times to do what I need to do with it. 4. Give effect to the target by 25% probability to make vulnerable to the white damage property. A spear covered with spores and infection. It reveals the minds of employees, shines like a star, and gradually becomes tamed. Nostalgia is miserable because it is invisible. If you only look at it with a big mushroom, it's the result of your hazy eyes. When the stars are lit up and the night is revealed, the true figure is revealed. It is a blessing to me to recognize the hidden light. There you go. Alright, let's go ahead and see what this new abnormality is and then cry. It's like puzzle pieces and some other nonsense. Not sure what to think of that. In any case, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. I am the Depressed Dealer, and this was Lobotomy Corporation. See you guys next time.